Government advisor. Global indicators confirm that oil prices will continue to rise until the end of 2025. Member of the Parliamentary Legal Committee, Rod al-Maliki, not to be confused with Nuri al-Maliki, reviewed. The laws that will be read after the end of the legislative recess of the House of Representatives. Al-Maliki pointed out, the oil and gas law and the federal Supreme Court law are basic laws and at the same time they are controversial laws, so I do not think they will be advanced during the second legislative term unless the government completes them. The HCL is not on the front burner. The excitement, speculation about the HCL being at the front of the line just isn't true. My teams and I are looking for more, for the budget, anything about it. I'm looking for the HCL, Speaker of the House to be selected, pictures and videos to be released. I'm looking for more than the soldiers, CBI representatives at the ATM machines with more explanation about them and what's in them. I'm looking for the lower notes, new exchange rate. That's what we're looking for, and I hope you are too. I did hear from 3 or 4 military sources in Reno and the Treasury, rumors that are all over the place, some saying it's happening right now, to no, it's tomorrow, to it's already started, to all kinds of timing rumors in a concerted effort to cloud timing. I think it's a good thing to see them in panic mode trying to cloud timing. Economic experts on television saying the budget will not have effect on the exchange rate, it is going to stay the same. Frank. It's not gonna affect the exchange rate in the budget because the new exchange rate has been in a second set of books for a very long time. Economic experts on television saying the budget will not have effect on the exchange rate, it is going to stay the same. Frank. It's not gonna affect the exchange rate in the budget because the new exchange rate has been in a second set of books for a very long time. They must downsize the government by 1/2 and reduce regulations. The more important step is to revalue the currency using a hybrid model where they substantially raise the value of the dinar and by backing half of that increase with gold and oil. By removing the bureaucratic barriers, business could start quicker and for less capital. As it has been demonstrated in the United States under Reagan and Trump, tax reduction and deregulation cause fast and substantial economic growth. It is also my opinion that Iraq is working up to such a dynamic, albeit they are acting too slowly and could miss the window of opportunity. Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. The exchange between Dr. Tabakhali and Professor Gunter was very enlightening. Iraq is suffering from the same ailment as the United States. Overregulation and hostility towards the private sector. Bureaucratic strangulation. In Iraq, it is from the fact they were internationally punished for something they didn't do and over-punished by extending the punishment far too long. By over-punishing, you breed a class population of supercriminals who become more savvy and more bold, accomplished by the crooked government being the bulk of employment opportunity. Finance begins distributing estimates of the state's current expenditures, revenues, and public investment projects. These steps will reveal the new exchange rate. The leader of the framework, Uday Ibrahim, confirmed on Tuesday that America had exploited the dollar to blackmail Iraq 5 times in 3 years. Ibrahim said in an interview with Al-Maloma, the truth that all countries of the world, without exception, realizes that the dollar has become a means of blackmail by the White House, and Iraq is one of the countries that has been subjected to this path 5 times in 3 years. He added that, mortgaging the national economy and making it linked to the dollar carries with it risks that threaten the country's national security in addition to its economic repercussions, pointing out that the government has actually begun to diversify the basket of currencies and seek to reduce dollarization in the markets in order to limit the role of the dollar economically. He pointed out that the dollar currency is no longer reliable after being used as a means of pressure and inciting crises in various forms. He pointed out that America did not provide anything to the national economy. On the contrary, it contributed, by putting pressure on the banks under false pretexts, to create the parallel market. It is noteworthy that America has deliberately, in recent months, reduced the access of the dollar to Iraqi markets in various ways, which has led to a rise in exchange rates in parallel markets at high rates. Shafaq News, refineries on the west coast of the United States intend to replace their imports of Iraqi heavy oil with cheaper crude from Canada, at a time when the newly expanded Trans Mountain line is rearranging trade flows across the Pacific Ocean, according to what Bloomberg reported. California and Washington are scheduled to import about 150,000 barrels per day of Canadian crude via tankers in June, representing a 7-fold increase in average volumes, according to preliminary data from Vortexa.